Alright, we are live. I'm starting up the game. Still haven't gone back to that old game. There's been too much going on to do that, though. Just playing here has been good enough for me. And we're not responding. That's okay. Because it's just a nice, comfy day. I'm eating a little, just a little. I just skipped dinner, so. So do what I must. I had to skip for business, quote unquote. Well, no, well, nah. Depends on what you feel about it. But it surely wasn't pleasure. It was definitely more akin to business. So, picking up. Little lag, that'll pass, always does. And close that. What did I need to do today? I was gonna go back down the railway. I was gonna check if I had any tin on me. I don't. I'm gonna check the chest just in case. My little brain went, oh yes, but it didn't. It went, oh no. Excuse me. I doubt that was heard, but I've just been having some problems. Nothing like actual problem, just annoying. So we're gonna hop in this cart, if it will. There we go. Head all the way down. Run the rest of the way. We're just gonna clear the path down, because I need Scarlet Ore anyways. We need the Scarlet Ore, we need tin, we need more iron. Because we need to just start making stuff. And that's what we need. Now, the specifics of what we need, I don't know. Like the actual numbers, no. Don't have a clue. I have enough knowledge to know that we need a lot. We do so need a lot. Which is its own little journey. And there's some iron. Also currently less useful gold, but you never know. I'm operating on the assumption that gold might be useful to us. I also kind of lean down. So if I sound a little distant or anything, that's why. Or if I got really loud. Because I guess technically I was leaning closer to the mic, even if I was just down. You know what I forgot? Bridge. I forgot bridges. So I'm just gonna make some more. I don't feel like trekking all the way back just to do that. Also, you never know, this could come in handy one day where I'm like, oh, I forgot something basic, and oh, here this is. Do I expect that to be the case? No. Will I say it to make myself feel better? You're sure right. I will. Alright. And is that tin? It's a lot of tin. It's the mother lode. Also, my percent chance of getting extra ore. Because I got 2 tin from that one wall. Also, I got 2 from that one too. Put the torch there so I can see. I'm quite literally stuffing my face, so just give me a second. Okay. Again, I need to manage myself better right now. There we go. I don't think there's anything dangerous around here from the looks of what I've seen. But that doesn't mean I'm not missing something. I mean, technically there, but that's... I'm almost certain unreachable. Yeah. By basic walking, I mean. I'm concerned about the enemy reaching me, not me reaching the enemy. This little area is safe. Yeah, as long as it's safe. I could overthink things, but I really don't want to. Then we just start heading south on this lovely bridge. Which I'm not going to have enough pieces for. Well, I don't think I do. Seeing some of the landmass around me had me wondering, but... well. I'll just harvest some wood from over here, make a new workbench, and scout the area, because maybe there's something useful over here. You never know. Could be some more tin. We need tin. Could be some enemy spawn locations, which it is. We don't need those. And no tin. Well, that tracks. That's fine. Set it over here. It's not like I'm concerned with anything right now. I do need more wood. I can't deny that. But also I'm heading into an area full of wood, so... Didn't really mean end on that, but nice. All the same. So, if we can get down here, there will be a ton of wood. And everything else, we won't think too hard, just get things done. That's all we need to do. Yeah, that's solid rock. I'm glad that the enemy spawns are so, like, this is spawn area. Because it would be so much harder to plan, and I think Core Keeper just crashed. No. Yeah, no. It's thinking really hard if it crashed or not. Anyone want to guess what the answer is? Because I sure know. Oh, well. An error occurred. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's thinking. It's thinking. If it's thinking, or waiting. We're waiting and waiting and waiting. And that's okay. And it's okay. Core Keeper needs its time to think about things. We all need time to think about things sometimes. We're waiting. We're waiting for something to happen. We're waiting for something to happen. But that's okay. Cause it'll come back eventually. Well, we're at the not responding part. That's always a good sign it's coming back to life. I don't know what crashed it. That's a new one. I mean, it's not the first time Core Keeper's crashed, but the way it crashed is kind of new. Maybe there was just some little error. Oh, no, I don't want to join a game. I want to start my game. I better make sure that it's capturing. It is. Huzzah. And away we go. Start it back up. Hope that it loads us where we were. If it loads us back at the base, that's a sign we're not doing this today. I mean, we're doing Core Keeper, just not my plans for Core Keeper at that point. But I'm hoping it just puts us right back there, or at least close enough to it that I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. If it puts us at the base or right at the minecart, though, I'm just... Other plans can happen. There's 38 wooden bridges. Yeah, put us back at the crafting bench. So that's not terrible. Alright. Back to work. Back to work. Down here, there's nothing in there, so we just tunnel right straight through. And we just doop, doop, doop. And we get down here to the solid. Well, okay, we hit the sand first, then there's a solid wall. Then we dig through this and hope we don't crash. If we do crash, then for some reason Core Keeper doesn't like this straight route, which, fair enough. And we can get some iron. Okay, we seem stable, question mark. There's some ancient crystals in there. I just want to make sure nothing's gonna spawn here. Nothing's gonna spawn here. I'm gonna keep cutting this down for a little while. I'll come and grab those crystals. Just because. I feel like there was something I wanted to make that needed crystals. I know there's stuff I need mechanical parts for. Maybe that's all I'm thinking of. I don't know, it doesn't hurt to have more of them. They're used for the teleporters anyway, so... Mind you, if this works out, I won't need the teleportation idols as much. I'll still need them, just not as much. Which is good. There's some of that red stuff. So that makes me feel like I'm getting closer to my goal. Because unless my memory is betraying me, I've only seen that down near the Azos Wilds, or Wilderness, that I want to call Wilds. Hey, Gatemate, how are you doing? Whoops. Can I not hit that from here? Nope. Oh, not too bad today. Just playing some Core Keeper. Venturing towards the, I keep wanting to call it Wilds, the Wilderness down below. Setting up for a future railway service that needs a lot more tin than I have. Ooh, free wood. Just a nice, slow trek. Am I here already? Something. Yep, I'm here. With the farmers. With the farmers. Sorry, no trespassing. Alright. Well, this was just I'm even on the map. I'm so close to my base here. That's wonderful. This actually worked out way better. Oh, yep, that'd be annoying. They must be having some server issues again. That would explain my drop frames. I just thought I was having a moment, but yeah, Twitch has that problem some days. Hopefully things clear up. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I just got shot. I'm just gonna go in here. Yeah, anytime there's a big release like that, I'm sure Friday will be something, because that's Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and Digimon Survive. So those will probably Xenoblade will blow up more than Digimon, but you know. Just because that's usually what happens. So, if that's it, I'm sure that'll happen again. Unless they're more prepared. Personal opinion, Digimon's just about always good, but for that specific game, what I've heard is it's leaning very hard into the visual novel side of things as opposed to the strategy battle side. So some people might find it too slow. Well, that's true. They don't really make them like they used to. And when they try, they usually only get close. That's okay. This is where I left this. That's fair. I think to date I've finished almost all North American release. Well, not. The only ones I think I haven't are 3, 4, and the Data Squad one. And I did the reading on most of that. And 4 was just weird. We usually don't talk about 4. That brings up a lot of memories. But yeah, a lot of the yeah, that's good. You got some good taste, do you? Collect all this stuff that I can. Go sell some of this. Yeah. It's rough when you gotta wait for something like that. Nostalgia's fair. That's probably what puts me in good mood about certain things anyways. Because when I think of like a lot of the old stuff, it's like, yeah, I love that. And then if you think about it today, it's like, some stuff holds up and some stuff doesn't. I know one of my all-time favorites, well, all-time favorite series was Suikoden, which they're getting, well, they're not getting more games, but a new studio's put together that's making a spiritual successor. But just like a game, one of my top of all times is Legend of Mana, and they got a remaster, and that still went good. Yeah, having everything all in one place is it just makes things easier. So even if it does take a little bit, and they know people are going to spend on that. But it's the ease of access that's definitely catchy. And sometimes it's worth it because a lot of stuff you just can't find sometimes, or something can happen, and if it's just all right there, yeah. There's a fight going on over there. I think it's a slime versus a caveling. slime lost. Legend of Mana is... I personally really loved it. I know why some people would be a little put off by it, but I loved it. I loved all three storylines in it. What were their names? The ones with the gems in their chest. It starts with a J. I don't know. I loved theirs the most. I think the second one you're referencing is like Legend of the Gaia or something like that. Which I don't remember if I ever played that or not. I just know I know the name from somewhere. Where's the railway? Here. Alright, I gotta actually smelt the stuff. That would help. I'm gonna go sell stuff first. You know what they need to do? Remaster or remake or even sequel of would be Legend of Dragoon. Yeah, a lot of stuff blends together after a while. And it's worse when it's like the really old stuff that, you know, back in the day you'd rent or something, and now you just can't get your hands on it. Legend of Dragoon was wonderful. I miss that game. There was a game that used a similar battle system that was made by an indie company, and I can't remember the name of that. I don't remember how good it was one way or another, but I just remember it had the same battle system. Stay there. I think it was like something Legacy or something like that. I don't know. Oh, really? I'm sure that was quite worth the watch, because that's really good. Do these back. I personally don't do it. I understand why to do it, but I just don't. So I'd say I'm pretty neutral. What was I trying to do here? Alright, I was gonna put the money away in these gears. Yeah, I'd say I'm just neutral. Because I certainly have watched people do so. I mean, I'm sure we all have. Considering all the randomizers and everything else out there. Yeah. That's very true. I'm sure a lot of the old classics I used to rent and I would love to play again. I probably couldn't get my hands on them. And a lot of stuff, they just don't, like, the words will come to me, just give me a second. Like some of the Game Boy Advance Pokemon games that have the built-in batteries. The batteries in those die, so you lose a lot of the stuff that's relying on them. And, I mean, no one's going to be able to replace those, I'd imagine. Alright, blue actually, the blue feathers are valuable stuff, yes. So there are situations like that. But in the end, I say to each their own. Do whatever you're gonna do when it comes to this specific topic, anyways. Yeah, things do wear out. I didn't know you. I mean, I'm sure if I actually bothered to look, I'd see that you could replace them. But just offhand, I wouldn't have thought about the replacement stuff. It makes sense, though. No, I don't want to look at that. I want to look at this. What do I need? A lot of Scarlet Bars. A lot of Scarlet Bars. I do need Poison Slime. Planks. Boats, which I'm not concerned about yet. So if I get 23 Scarlet Bars, that, so 29, $37, and then I'll need, I'll compare to one of these things here. I'll probably need like 70 Scarlet Bars. Yeah, as things wear out, that becomes its own problem. Like, discs get scratched, cartridges get their wear and tear. Any little thing would be a little... Yeah, that it gets to the complicated point where it's like companies should really just lay off a little bit, because yeah, there is that situation, but also it's unfortunately a situation where it's their property, so they gotta be like, we gotta draw the line somewhere. There should be a middle ground, like a set number of years or something before people can go and just do it. Like, it's been out of the market for 8, 9, 10 years, and then just be like, boop. Which, I mean, that doesn't cover... Well, it covers a good bit these days, actually. Probably not as much as people would want, but it would still cover quite a good bit as old stuff. And I think something like that would be more reasonable than just, oh yeah, no, never do this. but that's just an opinion. Yeah, it is. And I like to try to think it through a little bit. Like, I don't want to just jump at, oh, this is the exact opinion. No, it needs more thought than just that. Because certainly there should be a point. Like, I'll reiterate, there should be a point, like a cutoff, where it becomes a little more open to, it's time to do this. We don't want to lose everything. Yeah, less greed, more about preservation. Because you don't want to lose all these things. Then, I mean, who's going to think about certain things anymore? There's a lot of games that they get revivals because people love them so much, but if the people can't keep playing them, then it falls out of memory. I mean, yeah, there's still the memories, but it's just not quite the same deal. All right. Gotta go to the railway. Or even if they like release digital collections of some of the older stuff, that would be. Although then you have the whole digital content doesn't last forever moment, as shown by certain DLCs no longer being available for purchase for certain games because the companies just can't support it, or certain servers no longer being around, or other things like that. That becomes its own thing. I mean, that you can't fix through emulation either, I assume. I mean, some MMOs get brought back from the dead, but that's a whole thing. I mean, the DLCs might be. It becomes overly complicated when you think of all the angles, and people are just like, no, it's either all good or all evil, and that it just doesn't work like that. I mean, it's true, a lot of it's certainly greed, but some of it's also just how it is. Railway to the wilds. Railway to the wilds. Probably don't have I certainly don't have enough. I think I'll get to about here, maybe. Yeah, well. It really does. I mean, if I wanted to, I could technically just go start growing crops and fishing and this and that. But I want to get my rails. Well, that's part of the way. I mean, I'm on the same mini-map as my destination now, so that's... Well, not mini-map. That would be a lot better. I'm on the same map without zooming out. It probably was. At one point I heard it described as a top-down Terraria. Which sorta get, sorta don't. Which is fine, I don't have to get it. I find it a nice game. I put this up there with, I think, my top 3 relaxing for streams. Because this, Keeper RL, and what's the name of it? I enjoy it and I can't even think of the name of it. Soul Ash. Mind you, Soul Ash is a, if you don't know, it's a roguelike, so it really shouldn't be as relaxing as I find it, but it is. Then again, Keeper RL is also roguelike, so... Or roguelike. So I suppose 2 out of 3 of my relaxing games are roguelikes. I have tried Gravekeeper. That's pretty enjoyable too. Decent bit of humor to it. Come on. There we go. Is that Scarlet Ore there? Or am I seeing things? There it is. That's one of 70. And 70 is a guess. And not everything, just what I want. Someone's fighting. Yeah, I know what that's like. I mean, obviously not the exact stuff, but generally I understand what that's like. It really sucks when you don't want to do anything. I'm glad you're feeling like getting back into it now. Because gaming's pretty good for distractions, pastimes, just in general. Hopefully you've been playing some fun stuff now that you're feeling up to it. Well, Battle Brothers is fun. And yeah, it's good you got some help. It definitely, well, helps to have it. Because a lot of that stuff is hard to tackle on your own. Even sometimes when you feel like you can manage it on your own, it doesn't hurt to have that help. Yeah, you try. You're trying. Don't worry, I'm not here trying to pressure you or anything. I'm just saying, I think you're doing the right thing by doing that. For whatever my opinion counts to you. Huh. You're definitely doing the right thing. Making a good decision there. Yeah, it's definitely a slow process sometimes. A lot of them. Let's see. Somewhere over here might be something, but I doubt it. Well, personal opinion, so take it as you will. If you feel like you can do it, I think it's a good way to just be able to talk for a while. Whether someone's there or not, sometimes just having a space to talk and vent can help you, and casual is fine, I'd say. I mean, again, personal opinion, you see what I'm doing, I'm just casually playing this. It can be nice to just do it, and it also makes sure that if you really want to be playing something, you set some time aside to do it. You get some kind of schedule in mind. Like you don't have to stick to it. You don't have to put out some official schedule like some streamers do. You just be like, yeah, I think I'll be doing this then, and then you come around to that time and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Have some fun, play something, talk, put some thoughts out in the world. The worst that's gonna happen is you sit there playing something, And I mean, what's the difference between sitting there and playing something, or sitting there playing something with some people maybe popping in? And even saying, oh, talking, well, yeah, I mean, you don't have to talk. Some people do silent streams or use text to speech or something, like if you're uncomfortable like actually talking. There's options. You can do, and there's all kinds of different ways to things. And if you want more control, you could also just like do videos, and they could teach you how to do certain things with like video editing and stuff, if that's like something you'd be interested in, and give you like another little pastime. It doesn't have to be for anything but for yourself even. In the end, it's just like what you enjoy, what brings you comfort, and what brings you some fun. And if you don't want to do it, then you don't do it. And if you do want to do it, you do it. Anything beyond that is future concerns. The flower. It's a process, but I'm sure you will. You just gotta take it at your own pace. Things can always become more manageable, more just comfort to you. Like what your comfort level is the concern, and that kind of thing. A lot of people have things happen, a lot of people have a lot of thoughts, and it's all different. I'm not like lumping anyone together saying, oh yeah, blah blah blah. No, it's legit. Everyone has something, and some people can deal with it better than others, and some people need a little nudge. It's all about figuring out what works for you. Oh, trust me, I get where you're coming from with that. I certainly get where you're coming from with that. And a lot of people will just accept you as you are. Like, even if you find that you're having some awkward moments, or certainly anxiety, whether you want it to or not, creeps around. Some people understand that, and they're the ones that are definitely the best to help. Sometimes it helps to just put yourself out a little. Sometimes that doesn't help at all. I wish there was I really wish there was a one-stop shop for for those thoughts to know what to do. But it is just very much, you gotta take it a little bit at a time. See what works, what doesn't. See what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do, and just go from there. There's no quick answers. There's no real good answers, honestly. Just beyond, you just gotta do it and find out what works. Awkward and anxiety and all. And even if you stumble, because it happens, it helps you know. But again, this is all just my personal opinions, and little personal experience and thoughts. I can't really say anything one way or another. It just is a path that has to be walked and discovered. Much as I'd love to give some better answers than that. Yeah, they're good places for it. You can find some good communities, you can find some good, like, just content creators. I am also an overthinker, which is why I'm stumbling through this. And being like, well, this, that. Because I want to try to give you some, like, actual, something helpful. Let my limited knowledge be of some guiding use. Someone that deserves a nice hand. I feel like this isn't the right way to go. I think I should go back over here. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to rely on that. Especially if anything like changes some point, like someone you're relying on just stops posting for a number, whatever period of time, unexpectedly, and then it's just like, now what? And sure, there's more to try, more to do, but when you get your mind a little wrapped up in certain things, uh-oh. I am glad to hear you've improved like that, though. I'm sure you'll get back where you were. You know, that has a romantic tone to it in a way. Refinding yourself. Delving into the lost mysteries of nostalgia. I know. Well, at one point I went up to the newest area in the newest update called the Sunken Sea, in which I discovered that I can't harvest anything there because I need scarlet ore, which I thought was there. Turns out I didn't know that this area here called the Azos Wilderness existed, and this is where all the scarlet ore is. So I had to go from, let me open the map. So I start here at the core, right? And all this boss battle and yada yada yada. But I made my way all the way up here to the sea, only to discover the wilds are way down here. Which was a little bit of a setback. When you have to mine most of your way down. But, you know. 3 bosses are dead. And now have to fight the boss known as the Titans, which there's one here, and then there's one in the Sunken Sea. And then where's the inventory? And then there's one that has not been added yet. And then I don't know what happens from there, since it hasn't been added yet. Jump the carrot seed. So I've been working on setting up rails and digging things out and just gathering materials and hoping for the best. Which so far has been working. I don't think I brought any food though. I have a little bit of food. Alright. But unfortunately, that's where I'm going to have to end this stream. It was good to talk with you, though, Gatemate. I'm glad to see you back again, and it's good to hear that you're doing better for yourself. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight, and thank you to the people that end up watching the VODs, since I know there's a good number of them, both here and on YouTube. So, yeah. Thanks again, GateMate, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.